Boxing King Media in association with boxer Hamzah Sheeraz. Another big fight for you at the O2. You got over the jet lag?
Yeah, I have. I've been here for 2.5 weeks now, so it takes me about 5-6 days, touching a week to get over it. But alhamdulillah, we're fresh as ever now.
You've turned up on Asian time, a couple of hours late for your media day.
Nah, do you know what it was? I was meant to do a check weigh-in with the board, but then the timings got mixed up, and normally I train in the evening, so if it wasn't for that, I would have been on time, so my apologies.
No worries, man, no worries. So River Wilson, Ben, so just quickly tell me, how did we get to River Wilson being your opponent for this Saturday?
I was meant to fight for the British and Commonwealth, and about 5 or 6 names said no for whatever reason, and here we are with River Wilson. He's the one who signed the contract at the end of the day. He's the one who got in front of us for the Commonwealth, and yeah, it's going to be a good fight Saturday.
Well, talking to River about his resume and comparing it to yours, he feels he's had the harder fights, notably Tyler Denny. Would you agree with that?
Harder fights or easy fights, it doesn't really matter. It does not really matter to him at the end of the day. Me and him are getting in that ring Saturday night. And yeah, that's all that matters. It's boxing at the end of the day. Don't worry, I could stand here and say I fought this guy, he's fought that guy, I've had this many knockouts. What does it matter? What does it matter? So yeah, listen, all that matters is how our preparation's gone and who's a better man on Saturday night.
I always look at people's opinions on Twitter, and a lot of people are suggesting this is going to be a walkthrough fight for you. But obviously, looking at the way River had the 2 fights with Tyler Denny and looking at what Tyler did to Brad Rhea at the weekend, does that suggest to you this potentially, you've got to be on your A game?
Of course. Listen, he's not someone I've taken lightly at all. He's got power, he's strong, he's tall, he's bringing something different. And yeah, we've prepared for everything. We've not took him lightly, we've never took him lightly. Because you can never afford to do that in boxing, do you know what I mean? It's normally fights like these that are the banana peels and you end up going in there and losing. But nah, I've worked way too hard for it, took him as serious as I normally take all my opponents. And yeah, like I said, come Saturday, it should be a great fight, inshallah.
The last British opponent you had, Bradley Skeet, and obviously I'm sure you learned yourself there, you can't take your eye off the game.
Yeah, I think Jed Smith was after that, wasn't he? Yeah, sorry, Jed Smith was after that. But yeah, I had to learn loads from both of them fights, to be fair. It's what it's all about at the end of the day, learning.
Obviously, Denzel Bentley at the weekend had a really good fight with Janabek.
Yeah,
how far do you think you are away from potentially Janabek or even Triple G?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'd say I'm about, realistically speaking, about 1.5 years, maybe touching 2 years away from that. But I want to get myself in a mandatory position, get myself in a position where none of the champions can say no to fighting you eventually. And by the time I do get into a mandatory position, the experience that would have been needed in order to fight for world title would have been gained by then, inshallah. But like I said, I don't want to overthink anything. We got River in front of us on Saturday, and yeah, looking forward to that.
Correct me if I'm wrong, it's not for the British title, this is it?
No. I was meant to fight for the British title, like I just said, but it's for the Commonwealth. My WBCs, I'm defending my silver, and we're fighting for the Commonwealth, vacant Commonwealth.
It's a shame because if I'm right, you could have been the first British Pakistani from England winning the British title.
Exactly, from England, yeah. I was thinking Kashrik, but he's Scotland, isn't he? Yeah, from England, but inshallah, maybe next year. Let's see what happens.
And just a quick one, yourself, Akib Fiaz, the Azim brothers, Shabazz Masood, Raza Hamzah, you 4-5 are kind of leading the pack of British Asians, and you're all kind of not too far from them European and world international fights. So how proud are you of British Pakistanis obviously getting to that sort of level now?
Yeah, no, listen, alhamdulillah, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. There's loads of us coming through now. Where we used to be the minority in the sport, it's not so much the case anymore. And the good thing is, it's not even that we're just in boxing. We're slowly taking it over, and slowly, all in different divisions, becoming champions and grabbing belts and putting ourselves in world rankings. So yes, alhamdulillah, it's a great thing to see, man.
Last question, I know you're into your football. What did you make of the BBC not showing the World Cup opening ceremony, which obviously you will have seen now? What a beautiful thing it was, the way they kind of showed the unity amongst the world.
Yeah, at the end of the day, listen, I think every country should be treated fairly. In my opinion, I don't think it was fair, but it's done now. At the end of the day, it's done, and hopefully the coverage from now onwards should be a bit more better. Because listen, at the end of the day, the opening ceremony was different to what's been done before. Obviously, you had the recitation of the Quran, and it was a lot. It showed a lot more of Islam in a good light, in the light it should be showed. Do you know what I mean? The light it should be showed. But yeah, in my opinion, every country should have been treated fairly, and it should have been shown.
Hamzah, wish you all the best, mate. May the best man win Saturday night.
That's it, inshallah. Thank you very much.